up, Homedawgs? My name is Gokey Gamer, coach of the Milwaukee Medichams, and welcome everybody to week 6 of the MDL, where this week we're going to be going up against none other than one Crash, coach of the Los Angeles Lucario. Here are the teams flop. So, we are going to see that Terra Water Greninja and Terra Steel Azelf are going to be making an appearance here, which is very terrifying, I won't lie. I'm very scared about this matchup. I'm very nervous as well. I already said that. That's basically the same thing I said twice. We are going to see they do bring the Unburdened Sweepers. Okay, so no Gouging Fire. We do see Rillaboom. We do see Tinkaton. We do see Azumarill. No Hippowdon. I'm very glad about that because Hippowdon is one of the most annoying Pokemon I've ever had to fight recently. No Umbreon as well is very nice, and no Skeledirge. Okay, very interesting. This wasn't exactly the team I was expecting, but I'm very excited to take it on nonetheless. So, I don't know exactly what they're going to want to lead here. I think, let's see, I could lead Alolan Muck. I think Alolan Muck is honestly a pretty solid lead. I won't lie. Yeah, Terra Steel actually. Terra Steel Azelf is going to be a big issue, I won't lie. Let's see. I could see Azelf being the lead here, actually. I could definitely see that. So maybe I lead Siren. Do I lead Siren here? Because I don't think Azelf can really deal that much damage to me. I think I'm going to lead Siren, actually. And if they lead Tinkaton, I think that's okay. This could be a mistake. We'll see. I'm not bringing Hazard Removal, so they could be leading the Tinkaton and going for Rocks. I could definitely see that as well. Good luck up onto my opponent. Let's freaking do this. Yeah, this is actually the last battle I'm going to be having before I go on my break. In my break, I mean vacation, so that'll be pretty exciting. Let's see what they want to lead off with here. We're going to see Squawks. That's going to be Lucha. Well, this is a great lead for me then. Alright, so Hawlucha. That's an amazing lead for me, I won't lie. That could not be better. So, now it just comes down to what do I think comes in here. Probably, I guess the only thing really is Azumarill. Greninja's obviously not switching in here. I doubt Rillaboom switches in here on a Moonblast. Unless it's Assault Vest. I'm going to go for Surf here on the Tinkaton switch, because Tinkaton's really the only thing that can tank this. Oh, we're going to see Sky Attack. Does that kill? Does that kill here? I don't think so, right? Surely not. Surely not. No, it does not kill. It does not kill. We're going to see that they're fully charged by the Power Herb. Let's go. Primarina is the GOAT. That's unfortunate, though. Well, yikes. That sucks. Is that a guaranteed flinch? Is that what that is? Wow, I lost my special attacking nuke immediately. That's exciting. That feels great. That feels really good. That feels really freaking good. I'm just gonna click Surf again. Wow, that sucks. That really sucks, actually. Wow, that's a horrible start to this game. That is actually a really horrible start. I'm genuinely pretty upset about that. That's unfortunate. Alright, I'm going to go into Magnezone. I'm going to click Terra Fairy immediately. I'm clicking Reflect. That sucks. That sucks, dude. Jeez. That's horrible. Alright, we're going to see DK come in. Wow. Okay, well. Sky Attack isn't a guaranteed flinch, right? I'm pretty sure it's not. If it is, that's really well played, but... And also, that's just a really good set in general. Let's see. Sky Attack. Sky Attack... 30% flinch, and it does have a high crit chance. So, that was just a 30% chance, but they did have a high crit chance, but still, that upsets me greatly. Alright, we're going to go for the Reflect here, so now we do have Reflect up, which is great. And overall, I'm still okay with this exchange. Rillaboom. Because we do have that up, and I am Terra Fairy with the Reflect. Boom. Yeah, so I think what I do here is I go for Metal Sound on a possible, U-turn or something like that. I think that makes a lot of sense here. Yeah, okay, we're just gonna see a knock, that's fine. Okay, we're gonna go for Metal Sound here then. We deal damage with the Rocky Helmet. Metal Sound will put it in range of a Terra Blast now, which is pretty awesome. And if Tinkaton comes in, I don't care, I think. I think that's what happens with that. We are going to restore back up to full, which is great. I'm just going to go for Terra Blast here. I don't care. Yeah, that was a horrible start. The Hawlucha could be dead by now. The Hawlucha could just be straight up dead. That is that sucks. I will be for real. That does suck. Bada bing, bada boom, but it is what it is. Alrighty. I actually just noticed this as well. If you look at MagnaZone, you can see the antenna inside the actual thing. That's adorable. I love that. We're gonna go for drum beating here. That's not gonna do that much damage. I'm curious if this is Assault Vest. It probably is. Our speed's gonna fall. That's fine. It's a MagnaZone. I don't care. We're underspeeding literally everything. We're gonna go for a Terra Blast here. Bada bing, bada boom. This should do a lot of damage regardless to this Rillaboom. And it does. That tells me you're definitely Assault Vest. I'm just going to go for damage again. I'm just gonna go for Terra Blast. Alright, we are gonna see the swap this time. If we see Tinkaton, I stay in. Let's see, Prissy. That's gonna be, what is that? That is Tink. So you're trapped in here with me now. Very interesting. So we're gonna go for Terra Blast, that's fine. Okay, so Tinkaton. Gigaton Hammer only does a set amount of damage. So that's fine. We're gonna pop the air balloon, which is great. Okay. So I can predict the Gigaton if I really want to. I could also just swap here. Do I think you go for Play Rough? I don't think so. I'm gonna switch into this thing, and yeah. I'm just gonna do that. Alright. We're gonna go into Crook. We don't get Encored, we don't get T-Waved. We could get Gigaton here, but that's fine if we do. We're going to Intimidate, and we're gonna get our rocks up, because I think that's very nice. We are gonna see that they get their rocks up, and I'm okay with that. I am okay with that. I definitely don't think they want to switch in Greninja here. I very highly doubt that they do. The grass disappears from the battlefield, that's fine. Alright, I'm gonna go for rocks of my own. That is what I'm going to do here. We are going to see that they swap, so we're going to get up rocks ourselves. We're probably going to see... Oh, this is Edge. What is this? Is this Gren? This is a Azumarill, actually. Okay, so Azumarill comes in here. Stuff Rocks goes up. Great. Alright, we get our own rocks up. So, versus this Pokemon, what do I want to do here? I could go into Water Balloon, and honestly, Water Balloon might be my best bet, if I'm being completely for real. Let's see, I no longer have Reflect. I could also go into Oil Spill. Oil Spill's pretty free. And you know what? Yeah, I will go into Oil Spill here. On the off chance that they try to go for, like, a Belly Drum or something like that, then I can go for a Poison Jab, outspeed it, and hopefully kill. So that would be pretty nice. Let's see here. Let's see, Azumarill. Let's see what they want to go for. We just see a knock. Okay, that's fine. Alright, so, we're gonna see that they're hurt by the Rocky Helmets. That's great. Alright, I think you're going to probably switch, in which case I go for a taunt every single time, just to see what they want to do. I think Tinkaton's going to come back in here, if I had to guess. Do we see Tink? We are going to see Tink, so I'm going to taunt the Tinkaton, which is pretty great. Alright. That's fine, we go for taunt, yep. Obvious play is obvious. And let's see here. I think now what I want to do, I could go into Lando, or I could also go into Water Balloon and get Sticky Webs up. Is that valuable here? That's valuable for Landorus. That's very valuable for Landorus. It's not great for Lucha or Azelf, but it's great for weakening Greninja. So I will go into Water Balloon here, the Araquanid on this hit. We're going to see a Play Rough, that's fine. Okay. So, I'm going to go ahead and set up my webs. Yeah, I just set up my webs here every single time. I'm curious to see what they want to switch here. If they want to switch at all. That is something to note. They might not want to switch. I doubt they go into Rillaboom against this. Rillaboom is most certainly Assault Vest, so that's good to know. Let's see here, but if I can get these webs up, then they're staying up on the field, which is great. Unless the Lucha has Defog, which definitely could have Defog. Speaking of, we're going to see that Lucha hit the field now, which is great. Love that. Alright. So, we're going to set up our webs. They're going to click Acrobatics here, I think. There's not really much I can do about that, though. I do want to keep Water Balloon alive, though. I also really want to keep MagnaZone alive, too. I won't lie. So maybe do I go into Crook? Lucha. Let's assume you don't have an item. Acrobatics, after an Intimidate, does 28 to 33% if you're adamant. I'm going to go into Crook, I think. Do I go into Crook? No, there's no reason for me to. They're going to click Acrobatics here. Let's see, what about Magnezone? I'm Terra Fairy now. Does 29 to 35%. I kind of have to do this, though. I don't really have a choice. It sucks, but it is what it is. Let's see, how do I want to handle this? I could go for Metal Sound. I could also go for Reflect. Let's see, what are they doing? They are going to get rid of the hazards. Okay, so they do have hazard removal. Very interesting. I think what I'm going to do here, what are these? The last time they swapped into whatchamacallit. They can swap into Rillaboom here. They can swap into Tank. If I get a Metal Sound off on something, it's going to kill something, and you don't want to stay in with this. So I'm going to go for Metal Sound here to finally get some offensive pressure on the board. That's kind of what I'm hoping to do here. Alright, and if we can get Rillaboom off the field, Thunderbolt is extremely spammable. So we are going to see the swap here. I'm very curious to see what they want to switch in. What are we going to see here? We're going to see Creasy. That's going to be Tank. I'm okay with Tank being in here right now. We are going to go for Metal Sound, and of course, we're going to miss, because why the frick would we not miss? I'm getting really annoyed now, I won't lie. We're just going to see, we're probably going to see rocks from them. Ugh, God, that sucks. I hate this. I hate how this game is being played. It's fine. I'm only a little bit annoyed. Alright, so they don't switch out here because they can't Magnet Pull. They have to go for rocks here, I have to assume. I'm gonna get on my own rocks. I guess I could also go for Knockoff versus the Azumarill. We are gonna see a T-Wave actually, so I'm gonna immediately set up my rocks back up. I don't care if Azumarill comes back in. I guess I could high horsepower the Azumarill coming in as well. I could do that. Azumarill. It does 41 to 49%, so you would be in range of a second high horsepower. I'm gonna click high horsepower actually. I don't think you swap into. You don't swap into Azelf yet, because I could be clicking knockoff here. We are gonna see Squawks. Okay, that's well played. You did forget that Hawlucha was a Pokemon that existed. I really wish I went for rocks now, but it is what it is. Alright, we're going to see an Acrobatics, probably. Unfortunately, I don't think Oil Spill is going to be that useful here in this game, so I think it's good against Azumarill, it's good against Azelf. I mean, not even, because Knockoff's only going to deal a little bit of damage, and I need to keep everything else alive. Ah, God. I think literally that first turn really screwed me, because I led with my offensive nuke, and I shouldn't have done that, so... I think at this point it's just going to be reserving differential, I think. That's going to be the game we play here. We're going to see an Acrobatics, that's fine. Alright. On the off chance, I'm just going to go for a Taunt. Yeah, they're probably going to stay in to pick up the kill, but we are going to see a CC. That makes sense. Okay. Alright, so we see a CC. Hawlucha's going to go down. That's fine. Or, well, Hawlucha's going to go down, meaning Hawlucha's going to get its defenses lowered. Can I go into Pistachio now and just click a button? I kind of want to do that. I kind of want to just say frick it and click a button with Landorus versus Hawlucha. If you're at -1 Spadef, Sludge Wave will always kill. So I could do that. I could absolutely do that. Acrobatics isn't going to do that much damage to me. What's the switch in for this? There isn't one. The Tinkaton doesn't want to switch in on this. It has Earth Power, or lost its Air Balloon. I'm gonna go into this. I need to start picking up kills. I need to start doing something. I'm going for Sludge Wave. I'm going for Sludge Wave, and I'm picking something off. If Tinkaton comes in, I click Earth Power next turn. And that's what this comes down to. So it's up to them whether they want to lose Hawlucha or not. They don't. We could see the Tinkaton switch in. I don't think they're going to do that, though. That seems really ridiculous. We are going to see that they sack off Rillaboom, actually. I'm okay with this. At least this should be a sack off to Rillaboom. Maybe not because you're Assault Vest, but I think this I'm a Life Orb Sheer Force set. This should pick up the kill. Yeah, okay. Rillaboom goes down. Great. That is great news for ya boy. Alright, I'm very curious to see what they want to switch in next. We could see Azelf here. We could see Gren with Ice-type coverage. We're going to see Yuza. What is that going to be? That's going to be Azelf. Okay, so... unfortunately, I don't have a lot of answers for this. I'm going to go into Araquanid. Yeah, God, man. Oh, God. This was just really well prepped by my opponent. I should have prepped more for the levitating Pokemon, the speedy levitators. I also don't have, like, the speediest Pokemon. Greninja's not Terraing this game. It's going to be Azelf with Terra Steel. That makes sense. So now actually I can trap you in with Magna Zone and do some stuff there if I really wanted to. Maybe that's probably what this is going to come down to. Alright, let's see here. What are they going to do? They're going to Terra Blast. Okay, so Terra Steel, Terra Blast. I don't know if this is special or physical. Let's see how much that does. That feels like it's probably physical. Oh, and your Life Orb. Oh, okay, so your Life Orb. We're going to get some HP recovery as well. So I could go for a Reflect here. I could go for a Liquidation. How much damage does Water Balloon do with a Liquidation to its elf? It does 74 whopping damage rolls, which means you will die on the next hit. There is nothing that wants to switch into a Liquidation. I go for Liquidation. Every single time I go for Liquidation. We're gonna see a Size Shock. Okay, is that gonna kill? It does. Wow, okay. I go into Magna Zone now. I go into Magna Zone every single time, and I trap this thing in with me. I am Terra Fairy, and I go for a Thunderbolt. Yes, that's what I do. God, I hate that I got flinched. Lucha going down would have been massive for me, but it is what it is. I'm going to go for a Thunderbolt here. You're trapped in here with me. I can very freely go for this Thunderbolt against this Terra Steel as elf. And you are forced to stay in. I forgot you are Terra Steel, Terra Blast, and this will probably kill me. I'm willing to bet this will kill me. Yep. Alright. I lose to his elf. Well played. God, that... Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know. That's just hard. That's just hard. Well played to my opponent. I hate that I lost like this. I really hate that I lost like this. That is unfortunate. Yeah, I don't think there's anything I can really do here. I'm gonna hope you don't have Ice Beam, I guess. That's all I can really do. I'm gonna hope you don't have Ice Beam. I didn't prep enough for this. Focus Blast, just on the off chance. You have Terra Blast. I guess you don't have Ice Beam. This might not kill It probably will, though. Okay, it doesn't. Please land the Focus Blast. Please land the Focus Blast. Make this a slightly even game. Thank you, Landorus. I love you. Alright. So we're gonna land the hit. Great. Alright, but then Gren comes in and finishes me off. So that sucks. So it's gonna be a 4-0 loss. Azumarill can come in with the Aqua Jet. Tinkaton's the only Pokemon that doesn't come in here. Literally everything else 1v1 me. Yeah, this is a very unfortunate loss. It is what it is. There's not much I can do about it. I will go for the Grass Knot on the off chance. It's not gonna do any damage anyways. We're gonna see Water Shuriken. Yep. Wow, that did minuscule damage. Are you Battle Bond? I hope you're Battle Bond. If you're Battle Bond, that'd be awesome. I would love that. I imagine you are if you're Terra Water. I imagine you are if you're Terra Water. Yep, you are. Okay. I mean, I always lose to this anyways. There's no... Yeah, there's no point. I hate how I prepped for this. I prepped... There was a massive hole in this team that I should have prepped better for. I should have prepped better for my speed tiers. That's 100% on me. So... I'm just trying to think about what I could have done better. I don't know. I really don't know. Because my fastest Pokemon was Talonflame. I could have brought Talonflame. Yeah, I don't know. Low-key Talonflame against Terra Steel Zelf would have gone crazy. I could have also brought, like, Weakness Policy Drifblim or something like that. This was a very tough match for sure. I guess I could have also brought, like, Scarf Landorus. Although Scarf Landorus wouldn't have been as free into, like, Rillaboom and stuff like that. Rillaboom probably tanked a Choice Scarf Sludge Wave. It is what it is. I think that is... My opponent played very well and prepped very well. The Sky Attack was massive turn 1. I really should have saved Primarina. I should have saved Primarina. That was a big misplay on my part. I should have always 100% of the time saved Primarina, because Choice Spec Primarina would have been massive here. It is what it is. Yeah, I think that's my biggest misplay, was I led with my offensive nuke. Lessons learned. Thank you all so much for watching. I really wish I could have given you all a better game, but please be sure to check out my opponent's channel down in the description below and check out their side of the battle. I'm very excited to see it myself. They played very, very well. And I have full faith we'll bounce back, but we are definitely going up against some very tough opponents in the future. We're currently 3-3. Hopefully we can increase our win rates and make playoffs. Crossing fingers for that. But anyways, thank you all so much for watching. I really hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you soon in the next video. Peace out, mates!